Hello, my name is Ashley M. Owens, and this is my podcast on Derivatives 1. The first rule, there are three different rules: the power rule, the product rule, and the quotient rule. The first rule I'm going to start off with would be the power rule. The power rule means if n is a real number, then the derivative of n to the x equals n times x to the square root of n minus 1. Okay, the first problem is y equals x squared plus e to the x plus 8. You would first prime the derivative of the function, so it will be y to the prime equals x squared plus e to the x plus 8. Now you're going to multiply the exponent by the invisible 1 next to the x. So it'll be 2 times 1, which will give you 2x, which is down here. Then you would subtract 1 from the exponent because you put it on the prime. So 2 minus 1 equals 1. You do not have to bring down the 1 of the exponent because it's x. It just equals x. Next, you're going to find the derivative of e to the x. The derivative of e to the x will always equal e to the x. Then you're going to find the derivative of 8. A derivative of a number is just 0. The 0 is not needed in the equation, so your answer is y prime equals 2x plus e to the x. The next rule is the product rule. The product rule means if f of x and g of x are both differentiable, then the derivative times f of x times g of x, which means you will multiply the first function times the derivative of the second function plus the second function times the derivative of the first function, which is listed right over here in this corner. And an easy way to remember this is, of course, f of x times prime of g of x plus g of x times prime of f of x. Okay, so we're going to do the problem number 2. Problem number 2 is y equals x squared plus 1 times x plus 5 plus x over 1 over x. First, you're going to prime your function to y prime. Then you're going to bring down the first function because you're not solving for the first function, you're solving for the derivative of g of x first. So you're going to bring down the x squared plus 1 down here. Then you're going to solve for the derivative of g of x, which is x plus 5 plus 1 over x. The derivative of x is 1. The derivative of 5 is 0. You don't have to add the 0. The derivative of 1 over x is you have to flip the denominator and put it in the numerator, which changes the power of x to the 1 power to x to the negative 1 power. And it no longer becomes a fraction. Plus g of x times the derivative of f of x, which is this equation right here. So the derivative of x squared is 2x, and the derivative of 1 is 0. You don't have to add the 0. Now, once you've done all that, your answer is now y prime equals x squared plus 1 times 1 plus x to the negative 1 plus 2x times x plus 5 plus 1 over x. There's your product rule. The third rule is the quotient rule. The quotient rule means if f of x and g of x are both differentiable and g of x does not equal 0, then the derivative of f of x divided by g of x. which means you will multiply the bottom function g of x times the top function, which is f of x, minus the top function times the bottom function. Then divide that by the bottom function squared. And the easy way to remember is to think of bottom times top minus top times bottom, all over bottom squared. Okay, now we're going to get started with the problem. F of x equals r squared minus 1 divided by r squared plus t minus 2. Now we're going to write the problem. Well, I'm going to show you how to write the problem out. You're going to start with the bottom function, which is r2 plus t minus 2 times the top function minus the top function times the bottom function, all over the bottom function squared. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to bring down the first function because you're not finding the derivative of it. You're going to find the derivative of this second function. So the derivative of the second function of r squared is 2r. You multiply the exponent times the invisible 1 in front of the r, and that gives you 2r. And then the exponent, you subtract 2 minus 1, and that gives you r to the first power, which you don't have to write. Minus r squared minus 1, you bring that down, and you solve for the derivative of r squared plus t minus 2, which is 2r plus 1, all over the bottom function, which is r squared plus t minus 2 squared. Now, the denominator, which is factorization, it cannot be multiplied. It can only be factored. So it just remains the same, because if you were to factor this out, it would be r squared plus t minus 2 times r squared plus t minus 2. So therefore, your answer is 2r squared, 2r times r squared plus t minus 2. Oh, I didn't finish writing that. T minus 2 minus r squared minus 1, 2r plus 1, then all over r squared plus t minus 2 squared. Sorry about that. And that is your quotient rule. Okay, now moving on to problem number 4. This equation will consist of a variable in the denominator, meaning that when the variable has an exponent in the denominator, you will flip the variable into the numerator so it no longer becomes a fraction. The exponent will change to the opposite of how it is listed in the original equation. For example, 1 over x squared will equal 1 times x to the negative second power. So you would change the positive exponent to the negative exponent because you flipped it. So here's problem number 4. W equals 1 over z to the 1.4 power plus pi over the square root of z. Now we're going to prime W, and we're going to start this equation. The derivative of 1 over z to the 1/4 power will become z to the negative 1/4 power, and plus the pi over the square root of z becomes pi times the square root of z to the negative 1 power. And that is your variable in the denominator. And the last equation is problem number 5, which deals with an equation for a line tangent to the curve. Basically, you have to find all points x and y on the graph of an equation with tangent lines parallel or perpendicular to the line of another equation. I'm going to work on an equation with tangent lines parallel to the curve. So here's my problem. Find all points x and y on the graph of g of x time g of x equals 1/3 x cubed minus 3/2 x squared plus 1 with tangent lines parallel to the line 8x minus 2y equals 1. Okay, first we're going to prime g of x, which is right here. G of x equals 1/3 x cubed minus 3/2 x squared plus 1. Then we're going to find the derivative of the g of x equation, which you're going to multiply the exponent 3 times 1, which is 3, so it'll be 3 over 3x, and you subtract 3 minus 1, that gives you the exponent of 2, minus 3 times 2 gives you 6, so it's 6 over 2x to the second power. 2 minus 1 is 1, so it just gives you a single x variable, equals x squared, because 3 now becomes 1, you don't have to write the 1, minus 3x. 6 divided by 2 equals 3, and then you carry over the x. The next step we're going to do is solve for the y in the second function. The second function is the 8x minus 2y equals 1. So right here you're going to subtract 8 on both sides to get y by itself. Then you're going to divide the negative 2 on both sides. Negative 2 on both sides, and that will give you y equals 1/2 divided by 4, because 8 goes into 2 4 times, and that becomes positive. Okay. Now the next step you're going to do is you're going to put g of x equals f of x. So the g of x is right here. That is the equation for g of x right there. X squared minus 3. So you're going to put that here, and it's going to equal to f of x, which is right here, your slope, 4. So you're going to factor out x squared minus 3x equals 4. You're going to subtract 4, and you're going to bring it in, and the equation now equals 0. So then you're going to factor it. You're going to factor, so you combine two products that give you, that you can multiply to get 4, and subtract or add to get 3. So basically, you use those two, x minus 4 and x plus 1, that'll give you 0. X will equal positive 4, and x will equal negative 1. And the next step you're going to do is plug in the 2 points from g of x that equal f of x into the original equation. So the 2 points you have are negative 4 right here and negative 1. And you're going to solve right here for 1/3 times negative 4 to the third minus 3/2 negative 4th to the second plus 1 will give you 1/3 times 64 minus 3/2 times 16 plus 1, which will give you 64 over 3 divided by 69 over 3. That'll give you negative 5/3. Now you're going to solve for the second equation of g of 1, which will give you 1/3 minus 3/2 plus 1, which equals 2 minus 9 plus 6 divided by 6 equals negative 1 over 6. And those are your 2 points after you have plugged in the points into the equation. And now your answer is, for x, it's negative 4, so it'll be negative 4, negative 5 over 3. Positive 4, I'm sorry. Positive 4, 5 over 3. And negative 1 divided by over 6. And those are your points. And that's the end of my video. Thank you.